Hey, this is Kirsten. So this image was just submit to me because it's 100% adorable, but baby wipes. So I agree. Leave the purse, ditch the baby wipes. The first thing I'm going to do, not that it really super matters, but I'm also going to get rid of that stick 'cause it's kind of an eyesore. So I just used a little band-aid up here, the spot healing brush tool. Okay, so the first thing, okay, so let's focus on this first. I'm just going to zoom up a little bit. Okay, so I used the object selection tool, but it did kind of a poopy job, but I'll just show you anyway. So you're gonna select, we're gonna remove her fingers too, because they wouldn't make sense to leave them there. Okay, so it didn't quite get everything, so I'm gonna right click on the object select and do the quick select and make sure it's on the plus, and we're gonna plus over here. I'm gonna use the bracket key to get small. Oh, there we go, that was actually pretty good. Hold down Alt makes it negative, and I'm going to see if I can just not get her thumb. There we go. Okay, so then you're going to do select, modify, expand, and let's try doing 5 pixels. That way it'll go out just enough to kind of get her dress, sample her dress. Hit OK. Edit, content aware fill. Now this is a new one instead of hitting backspace or delete, where it guesses where to sample. We're going to tell it where to sample. Okay, it's sampling her purse, so we don't want that. So we have the negative here. Let's ditch the purse. Okay, that's actually better. Let's see what else we can ditch. We can ditch her hand. Okay, that's better. That's even a little better still. We don't want her hand. All right, that looks pretty good for guessing, right? So then we can kind of play around. We don't want to rotate because, I mean, it's fine. So let's try the color adaptation. So it's at default. Let's try none. No. High. Very high. I'm still thinking the default. It's probably the best as far as coloring goes. Okay, so we're going to want to output it to a new layer. Whoops, let me just zoom in here. Okay, so you can hit Control D to deselect. Let's have a little. Okay, it's not terrible. So I'm going to go ahead and flatten this because there's nothing I would do to that to change it. And then do Control or Command J to make another layer. So now we're going to have to go in and clone, which is the little stamp tool over here, the clone stamp tool. It is what it is. So I think I might actually go back to the Band-Aid, use the bracket key to make it a little smaller, and I'm just going to get rid of this rogue hem here. Okay, now lucky for us, the dress is all kind of like wrinkled up anyway, so yay us. Okay, so now I'm going to go back on the clone stamp. Now, we could, so we're on another layer, right? So if we screw up, we can just mask it. So I'm going to just sample the good seam. We can worry about over here later. Let's see, we can let's make the brush really little so we can get right tight to the purse. Now, of course, with Photoshop, there's a million different ways to do everything. But something like this, there's really no quick way, I would say. But it's definitely worth salvaging this image because it's adorable. Totally adorable. So I think now I can go and lower the opacity to like 40%, because we're going to just make this seam kind of just fade away here a little bit. Okay, so now we definitely don't want the repeat pattern, you can see. Let's just blend this in a little bit, blend, blend. Let's make this smaller. Now, one thing we can do is on the clone stamp still, make this go on the lighten mode. So now it's only gonna lighten, it won't darken. And we can just, we're still on 40%, 39%. But we can just kind of get rid of those darker areas. But leave it a little because, you know, the dress is, like I said, the dress is pretty wrinkly. Double click on the hand to pull back. That blends it in a little bit. I mean, it's a good thing the, you know, the dress is all kind of wrinkly. I might leave it like that, to be honest with you. So let me know what you think. Keep going or leave it. Do you think anyone would even notice? Do you think the parents would even notice? I could just mess around a little bit more. Taking like something from, oh, that might be too light. Lower the opacity to like 20 something. Just to make that match a little bit. Oh, too close to the bottom. Oh, keep in mind I'm still on lighten mode. That's one of those things they tell you, you'll forget. And then you'll be like, why isn't this working? Put it back on normal. I mean, I don't think mom, they'll never know. I don't think mom would know. So let me know what you think.